Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to our second week of our On Point Weekly live webinar series. So again, we want to today touch on some of the products we discussed last week. So with me, I've got Nigel and myself, Carl, and we're here to help you guys learn a little bit more about laser levels and how to sell the right thing to the right product in the right application. But today, a little bit more in depth as to how to use the product. Now, on your screen, you may see us up in the corner somewhere. To make it a little bit bigger so you can see it better, just drag it out so you can see it and just make it a little bit larger to help you guys when we actually present on the products.
Righto, so week two. So basically what we're going to touch on this week is a brief overview of last week, just to give us a bit of a refresh on what it was about for those that weren't on last week that are on this week, and if they haven't had a chance to have a look at it, we'll just go over it quickly. And then we're going to dive into three line lasers. So they're the basic lasers of the range. So we'll get into a real brief explanation of each one. You've got the LX11, the L2G, and the LX22 today.
So obviously we want to help you guys learn a little bit more. As we just said, we want to match up the correct product with the right application. So those products that Nigel mentioned we've got here, if you have got them in your store, feel free to grab them. We can play around them now, so that way we're doing it together, because we want to make this as interactive as we can. Now, the question and answer part, the Q&A page, please put your questions on there. If you've got any questions in the Q&A, because we'd love to then answer them as we go along. So this quote here from BB King, the beautiful thing about learning is that no one can take it away from you. So we want you to take something away today and then help share that and make it easier and give you the more confidence in store when you're asked for lasers and what's best for the application. So with the week one overview, so last week we covered off on the difference between the rotating lasers and the line lasers. So obviously line lasers, for those that weren't on, predominantly more for the internal, and then rotary lasers predominantly for more external uses. You'll learn more about them as we go along. The green beam myth, we busted it. So green is better visibility inside, not outside, but you'll see that from the past on the past recording. So all right, we have the weekly challenge was to familiarise yourself with the little green book, whether that be virtually on the app or on the actual book in store. Hopefully you have the opportunity to go through that, because it's going to help you ask them the right, really intelligent questions, and also help you again match those products is what we want to do. So that's the main thing, and well done to those that got the opportunity for a little bonus. We'll have another one in this one as well. So
Right, we'll get into the LX11. So the LX11 is a floor tile square basically. So ideal trades is tilers, obviously. So it's just a square floor set out laser. Simply two beams at 90 degrees to each other, one button function. So it's basically, you've got the two lines shooting out here, you've got your all metal base, you've got your little legs, adjustable legs, that this will lift up off the tiles so that it won't interfere with the beam. The tile won't interfere with the beam. So it's really, for their setouts, their floor setouts, very simple unit, 12-month warranty, 3 AA batteries underneath, and yeah, very, very, very simple. But if you have any questions about it, put them in the Q&A and we'll answer them when we get there.
all right, so the little L2G mini crossline laser most would be familiar with now. That's a very much an early entry level line laser, but in the green. So it doesn't have the plumb spot, but your horizontal vertical. Comes in a little tripod, as you can see on the screen there. Very simple, 2 AA batteries in the base, lockable pendulum, so you can lock it. So you unlock it, as soon as you release the lock, it will then activate the beams and turn it on. And then again, just the one button function on the top. So this is ideal for the guys in home DIY, your bit of home renos, your painting, a bit of plumbing. Some guys like it for the tilers, like just being able to lift it up and down for setting levels for floors. Now the accuracy of this unit is 3mm in 10 metre accuracy with a 12-month warranty. Again, if you have any other questions, very much a price point. It comes in this little pack and retails around that 150 mark. So feel free to ask any more questions on that.
Right, the Imex, the LX22 crossline range. So a lot of you will be familiar with the LX22. It comes in a red and a green beam version. which has a plumb spot up and a plumb spot down. So this is ideal for your your electricians for plumbing up their downlights and all that sort of thing, they can mark it on the ground and then use the plumb spot to actually drill through the ceiling and all those sort of things. Again, it's a one button function with a unlockable pendulum. So again, unlock the pendulum, power it on, and you have the cross line with the plumb spot automatically. 2mm accuracy over 10 metres, plus or minus, and with a 3-year warranty and calibration certificate. So this is a really great all-round laser for all sorts of trades. Electricians absolutely love them. Kitchen cabinet makers, your general builder for their squaring up, door jambs, all that sort of thing. Wall tilers, glaziers, handymen. So it's just a really good starting point in line lasers for the trade.
All right, so with questions, we had a couple come through. One firstly on the L2G Mini. Does it come with a case? So it comes a little padded bag for the unit, and then with your tripod comes a little bag, so it just holds it all, keeps it all together. So I hope that answers that. Now, another one we have as well, questions come through, is what is the range of the line lasers? So in visit to be able to see them. So obviously, as we discussed last week, red's not as bright as the green to the eye. So with the red, you get 10 to 15 metres out of the red, depending on the light. With the green beams, we tend to get 15 to 30, depending again in the areas that you're in. So again, the green is brighter than the red. It does draw a little bit more power. We mentioned that last week. It does draw a little bit more power, but you get the advantage of the distance. So yeah, another question just come now is the how high does the tripod go with the 22? So you want to answer that, Nigel?
Yeah, so the LX22 tripod goes to 1.5 metres high. That is adjustable, so it's got a little handle on the side, as you would have seen in the picture. We can go back to that quickly and just show you. Sorry. So the little handle on the side of that one, so that there you can actually lift it up and down to a elevating tripod, so up to 1.5 metres.
Now, question on the LX11. Can I use the LX11 for wall tiling? Now, not for wall tiling, it's for floor set out, so it only shoots the beam along the floor. It will come up the wall a little bit, but it's not ideal for wall tiling. That's where the cross line lasers come into play when you're setting your levels and your verticals. And then with your same models like the 22, you can tilt them. So when you tilt it, you can do on your everything on an angle as well on the wall. So yeah. All right.
Do they all self-level?
Do they all self-level? A good question. Yes, they're all self-leveling, those with the pendulum. The LX11 is not, it's a fixed laser, fixed beam. But the 22 and the L2G, so that's what you've got the lockable pendulum. So when you unlock it, it releases. If it's out of its point of level, the unit will flash and it won't, and then you'll know it's out of its point of level. So you normally get around the 3-degree play. So yeah, I hope that answers that question there for you.
Okay, looks like we've covered off on all the questions so far. If you have any more, again, like we said last week, if there is any more that you want to know from the week before, feel free to put them in the question and answers next week, and we're happy to answer them as we go.
One more has just come in now, as to can they be recalibrated? So yes, with all your line lasers, they can be recalibrated, and we do service them all. So that is a very good one to cover when you're selling the product, that they can be serviced. They're not a throwaway. You can service them. We are designed to be recalibrated, and we do all the service here in-house. We have our agents in most capital cities too. So good question. Thank you. So we want to thank everyone that's joined us today. If you didn't get the chance to join, we'll have a link sent out again. You can share it around with all your colleagues, and we'll also have these as a recording. So by the time we get through the series, we'll have them all there to go back to. And so next week, we go up in the line lasers, we go to the LX25P range, the LX3D range, which is the LX3D is the flavour of the month, if you like, and it's the bit of fun one. So we'll go into quite a bit of depth with that. So bring along your questions, and hopefully we can help you all out. Have a great day, have a great weekend, and we thank you again.
Cheers, see you later.